introducing the Desperados superstar wide receiver. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the Desperados and the Pats, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between our visitors and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On first down, Aguilar. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Looking to throw on second down. Aguilar looking middle, and it's incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Aguilar dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And he fields it cleanly. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So that's part of the same sequence there defensively because they force a 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced a dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Aguilar. And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And it's fielded at the 34. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. And that brings up 4.
That looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Off the play fake. Aguilar out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Aguilar.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. Throwing on first down. Aguilar. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun. Aguilar. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down. Aguilar. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he goes out right around the 39. On second down now, Addison, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was damn near their 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Another shot from the one on second and goal. On second down, Addison, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw on second down. Aguilar. It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Aguilar. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, When they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Throwing on third and long. Aguilar. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And now out comes Houston.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try to get to the ball even faster.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Off play action.
Aguilar.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Aguilar. Well, this is caught by Williams.
Another tackle on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. On second down now, McQueen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The offense on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Aguilar. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Second and 3. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. You've got to secure it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, out comes is a field goal unit here. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw on second down. Aguilar. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the gun on third down. Aguilar.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this is caught by Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Operating from the gun. Aguilar. This will be caught at about the 6. Looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Aguilar. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Bengals trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. The Texans trying to hold on and claim victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Addison, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Addison, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 3rd down, Addison calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They struggled to get him running on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Aguilar. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the gun on 3rd down. Aguilar flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982. And that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were. 982 and counting.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Taken down at the 42. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going, a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Addison, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2nd and 9 now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Addison. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Addison. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
So the Patriots coming out now. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough.
Looking to throw. Aguilar. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Aguilar. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Aguilar got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And that is incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Addison, and some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. See if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Addison, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New England's offense set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throwing to start the drive. Aguilar. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Aguilar. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And now out comes Houston. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Second and 1. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Aguilar. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw. Aguilar. And he fires one that's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
On second down, Addison. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. On third down, Addison. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run on 1st down. Addison, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Addison, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
72 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Up the middle they go. Addison. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Addison. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Desperados add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Hey, check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Aguilar finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense is they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.